Ekadashi means that actually one starts the day before and doesn't, if you want to strictly observe the ritualistic Ekadashi, then it's a 3-day process. The day before you don't eat after your main noon meal, then you don't eat heavily again in the night before, so you don't, if you do the strict like ritualistic fast, then after you rise in the morning of Ekadashi at Mangal Arati time, Brahma Muhurta, then the whole day you don't take rest. The whole night you keep vigil, chanting Hare Krishna, discussing only Krishna Katha, chanting. And then the next morning you take Paran on Dwadasi. And you have to take the Paran before the stipulated time, which is after sunrise, and there's astrologically some period which is fixed, varies between 7:30 to 9:30 usually. In some cases it's very close to the sunrise. Then the next day you're not also supposed to sleep until the next night. So practically, from Mangal Arati to the next day after that, evening time, you don't take any rest. The whole time you're in vigil chanting. That's a strict way of following this Ekadashi, Dwadasi, Vrata. So even on Dwadasi you don't take rest again. Of course, normally this type of, I don't know how many actually keep vigil for the whole period, which is the actual, if you want to do it in that sense, Nirjala, you have to do the Nirjala is this way. Nirjala for and staying vigil the whole time. Not that right after Mangal Arati you go and take rest after sunrise and sleep on Dwadasi. Can't sleep at Dwadasi either. So it was an austerity. Srila Prabhupada, of course, Lord stressed that the most important aspect of Ekadashi, we don't need to follow, it's not obliged, one has to follow this ritualistic way, but at least one shouldn't take any grains, beans, pulses on the Ekadashi day, and one should increase the chanting and hearing on that day. But just because maybe everyone knew what the actual system of, if you want to do Nirjala, it's actually like entails 3 days.